I'll say it like this.
Say it.
I think it was Kanye who said it. When I first came into the league, it was only one of me. Now when I look around the league, I see so many me's.
Is that the end of the show? Oh my God. Anthony Richardson, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts.
That's what we got. We coming in, like bros, like real talk, like real talk.
Bro, don't say nothing else, bro.
Real
Drop
talk.
the mic, bro.
That's it. Okay, cool. I am athlete.
Right.
Take me through the first creation of that.
Okay. Quickly, I talked about this before on my platform. I talked about this on my homie's platform before. I just try to sell a show, bro. My purpose in life is to bridge the gap in the mental health community through like wellness and performance, the stuff that we've been talking about, the stuff that we own, our lifestyle. And in the pandemic, I saw an opportunity. I was watching ESPN. I saw Stephen A. Smith with he had the old school AirPods in with the string. I'm like, that shit looked terrible. It sounded terrible. And I just invested $50,000 into equipment to tell a story of House of Athlete and a social team. But I also was living in this 17,000 square foot crib, and I had toilet paper. Toilet paper was hard to find, and I had water. I was living nicely. It was a vacation. I was on a resort. But I had these people that was on my team for a couple of years, and I'm like, believe in me. I'm telling y'all, follow me. We're gonna build this House of Athlete brand. And then when shit hit the fan, everybody furloughing their staff and firing people, I was like, nah, that ain't even where I come from. That ain't even like what I'm cut from. Like, I gotta stand up for my team.
Right.
And so I was like, how do I keep my team together through this time? And my vision was like, yo, let me go sell a show. And so, boom, Channing Crowder came to the crib, and I told this story a few times already. Channing Crowder came to the crib. This was like the time where we start feeling comfortable letting people, being around people.
Right.
And we had a little birthday party, and that was like the only family that we invited, right? Like Channing and I always been kind of close, or our wives, and
from your Miami days, did y'all?
From Miami days, but even like when we had the twins, they flew to Chicago, like coming to the baby shower. Like they always supported us. You know what I'm saying? Like Channing was dope, was one of my favorite teammates, and so we're sitting there, and just like how you and I are sitting in my driveway. And the kids out there on the scooters and bikes and running around. I'm like, yo, bro, you fire, you dope. Would you do a podcast with me? It's like, shit, bro, I'll do a podcast with you. And so I was like, okay, cool, say no more. The next day I jump in my golf cart, and I drive over to Fred Taylor's house. Like, this is like the Star Island of Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. Like, The Rock lives behind me, Fred Taylor, Reggie Wayne.
You're having so many subtle, we get it. You got money.
I told you, I'm borderline cocky today, okay? So boom, I jump in the golf cart, I go over to Fred T's house, this got the shirt off in the driveway. Everybody's doing their fitness thing during that time. He doing bands or whatever. I'm like, yo, bro, would you do a podcast? Like, yeah, I'll rock with you. Boom. I was like, you think Reggie Wayne would do a podcast? Reggie Wayne, his house was considered the castle in the neighborhood. Big house. And he's like, yeah, Reggie, like, let's go holler at him. So then boom, I'll pull up on Reggie, boom, say no more. In the first season, how I sat down with everybody's like, look, guys, like, I don't know nothing about this space, but we can sell this show. Showtime come along at ESPN, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. If they come along, then that time will determine what's going on with us in our business. Like, but the way I'm approaching it, 25, 25, 25, 25, basically. Cool? So that's like the first iteration of I Am Athlete. We go through season 1.
This is the inception creation this is the genesis.
That's right. I'm trying to sell it. But remember what I told him, I'm trying to sell social. I'm coming back, I'm reporting back like every couple weeks. Yo, I talked to Showtime. I talked to Raw Report. I talked to this people. I talked to that people. These people. And at the same time, remember in the pandemic, a lot of our artists, black artists, was talking about owning your IP and talking about your publishing, blah, 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 blah. And so I'm getting these conversations. I never forget the guy, the founder, the CEO of Raw Report. He's like, I love this. I'll give you guys whatever you want. And he's like, but we need to own 51% of your IP. That's what I got into the game for. Like, man, I'm just trying to sell this. I don't care nothing about this. But it just didn't sit right with me. So I passed on the deal. They're not in these meetings. They're coming twice. We got a month. We're shooting 6 hours out of a month. So we'll come the first 2 weeks of the month, we'll do 2 shows. It's about 3 hours, depending on how long it takes. Then we'll come back another 2 weeks. Boom. But every day I'm working this process.
But you're saying they are not a part of the process. Was that because of them not wanting to be a part of the process, or are you sheltering them outside of this process?
Well, I think I didn't even thinking about that way. Like this was like, it was like an idea that I had, and I pitched it to them. They said no problem. And you know how we are with teammates and stuff. It's like even when we were playing, we would have like a charity event or whatever. I always felt uncomfortable asking dudes for their time. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was a blessing just to get them dudes to show up for free for 6 months out of the month, 6 hours out of the month, right? So to me, their commit was just the six hours, and I would just report back. They had other things going on. Like this was my full-time job.
Okay. Now, are you getting compensated at all throughout this process?
I still haven't taken any money. I'm in the red. I'm in the negative $12 million. Like to this day, like I still haven't been paid anything. Everybody else have ate and eaten well off of this platform. Like, nigga, when I talk about being in the valley and all of that, like, and I wouldn't change it for the world, because like to me, I still visualize being on that second mountain at the top, like, damn, Barstool just completed herself for $640 million. Uninterrupted sitting on a $740 million valuation. Joe Rogan did what with Spotify? $300 million. The Ringer, $250 million. Pat McAfee did what? That's what keeps me going. I already felt that, bro. Like I slept. Remember what I said? Wesley Chapel. Was 8 of us in the 2-bedroom. So I'm
been unseen. You've been eye to eye with your demon. Like you comfortable with being comfortable, uncomfortable, so to speak.
That's not Rolex, Maybach.
What's that?
Flying to Italy.
That's just nothing.
We did that. Cam, I need you in Florida. I need you in Miami, bro. We about to go do this live. Boom, boom, boom. I'm sending the PJ. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Here's my hedge. 2014, I spent my whole offseason at Harvard building out this case study on transition. Content and commerce came out of it. Okay? So for me, the way I looked at it was like, look, bro, like, I see the opportunity in what I can create and, making $100 million in a career. Like, I've done that. I did that. Like, I have an opportunity to do much greater and much more. So, like, that's what I'm on now. This does nothing for me, a watch, a car, or whatever. As long as my kids and my wife is good, I'm comfortable. I can sleep right here tonight.
You can't.
Why not?
Because the way them knees set up, they said this nigga was crazy. I'm believing it.
Let me unbutton this. Go ahead.
But
take these Tiffany's off.
Subtle flex. But throughout this whole time though, right? Because I only can be funky with you, right? There's been people to say, Brandon don't do good business. There's people that also say, no funny shit, Brandon's crazy. There's been also people that says he battles with multiple personality disorder. It's like one day he's good, the next day don't talk to him. There's also been people that says Brandon can't get out of Brandon's way. Mm-hmm. He's a narcissist.
Keep going.
There's this whole thing, right? That even for me at times, I've questioned. I said, yo, like, if we're keeping it funky, I ain't never seen that. You know what I'm saying? Like me, like I talk to Channing, right? I talk to Fred, and they voice their opinion. I talk to business people that we both know, right? And some of what they said was true. And when I say I'm not speaking about one specific person, some of it they said is true, but some of it made me say like that's discretionary, and you're entitled to feel how you feel.
That's right.
But through it all, like,
didn't they say the same thing about Steve Jobs?
no, that ain't where I want to go with this.
Okay, let's go. Keep going.
What I want to tell you is, how in the fuck do you allow a person to come into your life and make a positive impact on your life? And now, if I were to tell you, hey, dog, I got somebody about to come in here right now, and that emotion is negative, it's angry, it's like, nah, bro, it's on sight. How? You just told me this man was at your twins.
Channing.
Yes.
All right, so look, like, bro, like, this is what we have to understand. One, I'm crazy about my business. I'm crazy about my dreams. And I stand on what I stand on.